Good morning. Kimberly here. I am your nurse of 25 years going into the ER for night 1 of 3, and I hope you'll get ready to get ready with me and go along, and we're just going to chat. So let's get into it. If you're new here, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I was looking at my analytics the other day, and about 95% of my returning viewers haven't subscribed. So if you would, it would do me a great service, and I would really appreciate it. So thank you for that. So I'm going to get started, I think, with my eye palette. I'm going to go kind of simple. I am going to I think this is going to be a quick one. I'm not saying I'm running late tonight. I actually got myself a little bit more together than normal. I went and made my lunch. Everything's packed. I took the trash out. I did all the things. So hopefully I will be in a good space by the time I get out the door tonight. But night one's always fun. It's always fun when you're getting texts every day for the last day or two that they need extra help or that they're short-staffed, because that means you're probably going to be short-staffed when you get to work. So let's do a little eye zhoosh, little blow here. I'm going in with the MAC palette with the brown at the top. And we're just going to go along the brow bone here real quickly. So I find it interesting, but I feel like my bag that I pack to get ready for work, I take a whole backpack and a water bottle and the whole thing. My bag sometimes, I feel like, what is in this thing? What am I taking that I have to have for my 12 hours that I can't live without? And there seems to be like a whole life go bag kind of deal in there that I can't live without. Because when you're gone for 12 hours, you need some stuff. I want to know, like, what's in your bag. I have seen a lot of nurses on YouTube and on the other socials, like, talking about what's in their bag. And a lot of it, new grads are showing all their new stuff. Like, I got this, I got that. And sometimes I'm just like, you're never going to use that. What is it that we have to sustain ourselves for our 12-hour shift? And I will tell you, for tonight, I'm going to go through it like thing by thing. And then tomorrow, maybe another night, I will do a separate video that isn't a makeup get ready. And I'll show you what I have. So first and foremost, I do have my water bottle. Back when I was a younger nurse, I don't even know how I did it without a water bottle. Because now I just I don't know, I got to have my water. So there's that. I have a Hydro Flask, not sponsored. I take my Hydro Flask every night with my water, and I try to get the water in, because if you're not drinking water, it shows. And I can tell you something. Last week when I did the 5 of 5, I think day 4 or 5, I probably wasn't good about drinking my water as much, and I felt really dehydrated by the time I left. And I ended up waking up the day after when I was at home, and I was having severe leg cramps. Severe. So both my legs are actually still sore from the Charlie horses I woke up with, and that's a red flag. So I ended up going out, getting some bananas, took my vitamins, did the things, and I feel better now, but I think I was really dehydrated, and it was not helping or serving myself to do that. I'm going to go in with a little pink on the Naked 3 palette. I'm going to go more muted eye tonight. So I think I hate this palette. Not I hate it, but I hate the way it's formed, so I can't show it. So I'm going to go with the darker, we'll go with the lighter pink on the eyebrow, or on the eyelid. So we're going to go in here with a little pat, pat, pat of this. Pat, 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 pat. So yeah, I've got my water bottle, got my badge. I always keep it, right by where I get ready so I don't lose it. I keep a bowl on a little table by the door that has my keys, my sunglasses, and an extra pair of glasses, just because I don't want to misplace those or be running around looking for my keys when I have to leave for work. So I kind of make sure that that's ready to go. I have a little clip on my keys so that I can clip them in my bag, so when I'm looking for keys or leaving or going to work, I don't lose them at the bottom of the bag. And they clip on a little hook so they don't get lost, because there's nothing worse than trying to find your keys when you're trying to leave and having key issues with trying to find them. So have that ready. I try to meal prep or plan so that my lunchbox is ready. I have an extra non-sugar soda, like either a LaCroix or a Waterloo or something like that, in my lunchbox. Try to cut up fresh fruit in the day before and put it in my lunchbox as well. And try to get some well-rounded things in there while I'm gone, because like I said, 12 hours is a long time. And when you're gone on these shifts, if you're not eating well and feeding your body, it shows. And you can do it. it doesn't mean that it's going to be good for you. So drink your water, drink your water, drink your water. Get some vegetables and fruits in there. I don't want to see just like potato chips and all that kind of crap in your bag. You need to have some healthy stuff that keeps your body going, keeps your colon regular. I'm putting my shroom on the inner corner. And right along the under eyebrow, it kind of gives it a little shimmer right there. So when I put my eyebrow stuff on, it highlights it a little bit. So, healthy stuff is important. And, you can get away with not doing those kind of things for a long time, and I did, but I'm telling you, it makes a difference. So planning things to make sure that you have a successful, feel-good kind of thing, and you have something to look forward to in your lunchbox when you do that kind of thing. I am going to just do a black eyeliner tonight. What else? So I've also got a toothbrush and toothpaste. Again, 12-hour shifts are long shifts, and I like to have fresh breath. I don't know about you, but you get to about 8, 10, 11 hours, and I always feel like my mouth is just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel great. Or after I eat, I like to brush my teeth. And remember, we got to get a report the next morning. I don't want to blow over the next shift with my ho-hum breath just because, it's been a long shift. And have you ever done that? You go in, I worry that I'm going to have bad breath. I've gotten a report from people that bowled me over with their breath, and I just made a mental note that I don't want to be that person. And I'm sure at some point in time we're all going to be, but we can try. I like a toothbrush and toothpaste. And I either have some dental floss or like toothpicks to get anything out of my teeth. So I'm not walking around with a green piece of broccoli or something in my teeth. I wouldn't say talking to patients, but most of the time we're wearing masks these days. So, and I know people don't like to hear that, but when you're in healthcare, you almost have to, because we're dealing with the sickest people, and we don't want to get sick. And, I'm not walking around in public like that sometimes, but I am wearing my mask when I need to at work. We have to right now. People have the flu. There's a lot of weird things going around. And so I also carry a mask that I can wear. I don't know about you, but I get pretty bad mask acne and breakouts on my face from the paper masks. And when I just have to wear like something over my face that's required because I'm in the department and it's a mask requirement, I have a bunch of masks I bought a long time ago I got some from Lululemon, some I got from Poshmark, but they're all Lululemon, and it's not a bougie mask, like I have to have a brand name thing. They're really comfortable and fit my face really well all the way around, and so I can sit and have those on my face, and I don't feel like I have anything on my face. So that's what that's all about. So I usually have 2 masks in my bag. I keep multiple clean masks in my nightstand or in my dresser, and so I have my fabric mask that I wear throughout the night. I also have, what else? My stethoscope. Can we just talk about the stethoscope thing? I can't understand how nurses today and ever go to work without a stethoscope. And people are always asking me to borrow my stethoscope, and here's how I feel about that. Stethoscopes are very personal items. They go in my ears. I don't like to share mine. I will if I have to and clean it, but it's not something I prefer to share. So if you're not bringing a stethoscope, what are you doing? I mean, you're a nurse. How are you listening to lungs and documenting lung sounds? I need to know, because it boggles my mind. It's on every assessment that I've seen in the ER for intake assessment, secondary assessment, all of that, primary assessment. And how are you getting by without one? And why would you want to? Like, if you're going in for a job, I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to say it with my whole chest. If you're going in for a job, you should have the tools that you need to do your job. Like, your pens should be in your pocket. Your stethoscope should be in your bag. I don't understand why in this day and age people think it's okay to not bring their stuff to work and think it's, they're going to borrow it from everyone else. I'm tired of loaning out my pens. And I'm tired of loaning out my stethoscope. And if you don't have one, you need to get one. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need a fancy stethoscope. You just need one so that you can listen to lungs and make an assessment. But if you don't have one, shame on you. So I'm going to say that again. Shame on you. You should have one. All right. I need to go ahead. I'm going to put my mascara on, I think, and then we'll go ahead and do the eyebrows and the rest of the face. So, yeah, I do have my stethoscope, and I'm not trying to shame you. I'm just saying that really, if you don't have one, please get one. You can get one for $50-$60, or you can get an $8 one. I don't care, as long as you have one. It's not like you have to know every single lung sound, but there are a few that are like jump off the page to me that you should be able to know and, you know, communicate with your doctors on if there's a problem. And if someone's breathing a certain way, like if I'm in triage and I can hear audible wheezing, that's one thing. But there's the silent wheezing too, where someone comes in with an allergic reaction and they seem like they're breathing okay. But it is your job to listen to their lungs to make sure that they're not developing like wheezing, or, you know, you get those early signs of edema that go on. So it's important to be able to do a quick assessment and listen to those things and be able to like say, hey, to your provider, hey, listen, this person's got A, B, and C. Let's get them in the back, and then they can jump on it, because some of those things will expedite care if there's an issue with what you're hearing. So hopefully you all have a stethoscope. If you buy them on Amazon, I'm going to caution you, please, please, please. They might have 60,000 purchases and reviews, but some of those are fake. And I actually bought a Littmann stethoscope on Amazon last year, and it was a complete fake. It was not a Littmann stethoscope. It was definitely knockoff, and I returned it. I did notify Amazon because it was very clear. I contacted Littmann, and they did say that had to be a knockoff. It was not one of theirs. But it sure looked like it. The box was kind of like it, but the labels on the box were peeling off. The length of the tube was really weird, and I had another Littmann, and I looked at it, and I'm like, that tube length is like 3 inches shorter than mine, and it felt different. Just the the tube itself. So be careful. There's a lot of knockoffs. Go through a reputable vendor and get a good one. You don't need one of these fancy $300, $400, $500 ones that do digital, you know, stethoscoping for you. You just need something basic to listen to lungs. So I hope that you have one. I mean, if you ever went to nursing school, I guarantee you that was one of the first things you bought because you wanted to have it. You wanted to have like a cool one. Everybody have one. And people lose them. Things happen. They break. But you know what's cool? Littmann, you can order pieces. And, you know, when that happened with the stethoscope last year, what had happened is the bell of my stethoscope had gotten warped over time because it's like 10 years old or something. And I ended up just ordering new drums for the bell, and that was sufficient. I didn't need the whole new stethoscope. And I was kind of glad after the experience of buying one that was a fake. So buy a basic one. You know, I don't have a cardiology anymore. I've had a few of the real fancy ones, and they always disappear. So listen, they walk off. I don't care how bougie your doctors are. Doctors take them. I even had mine. I had a cardiology too that was engraved, had the nameplate, had all of it on there. I didn't even have it a week, and somebody walked off with it. So I ended up buying I want to try to think of the name of it. It is the Littmann, but it was a more basic one. It was not super, super expensive, and it works fabulous. I mean, you can hear everything. I feel like the sound on it's really good. I don't have any complaints on that. And there's some Sprague stethoscopes that are really good too. They're a little bulkier to carry, but they're not bad. And you can get away with one that's a $20 stethoscope. Just have one, please. Please have one. Please have a stethoscope if you're working as a nurse. Okay, we're getting there. This is a quick get ready tonight. I do want to get out the door on time and not be late. I'm gonna go down my neck real quick. So, in case you hadn't noticed, my roots are gone. You can see a little here because I have it pulled weird. I am blonde again. I love it. Feel good about it. I'm going back. We're going to do some different stuff with the hairstyle. It took a long time to get me to this level of blonding. So, we didn't have a lot. You know, the appointment was amazing, and she was wonderful. And I'm going to be going back to do the actual styling, probably cutting and doing a few things with this. So yeah, I'm blonde again, and I love it. So I had it done on Friday, so I'm not washing. So it's Sunday right now, and I'm going to go one more day before I wash. It's always good if you do your hair like that to wait a few days before you wash it. You want the color to seal well. And you just want to be kind to it, especially if you're blonde. I'm just telling you. It can be hard on the hair, but you have to be kind to your hair, and how you style your hair and the things you do with your hair matters. So anyway, I did some dry shampoo. I already had taken my shower before I took my nap tonight, and I wrapped it up, so it's a little rough at the moment, but a little dry shampoo, and I'll be putting it up tonight just because that's how it goes sometimes, and I don't really want it down right now. And yeah, so what else is in my bag? I think I said I had some dental floss. I bought those toothpicks, the gum ones that are in the case. I take those. I've got my pens. I've got a thick Sharpie, and I've got a fine point Sharpie. I've got and a regular pen, and I put those in my pocket right as I'm leaving. I have a little thing on my nightstand here, or my dresser, that I keep my pens in. I'll show you. I get a purple one. It works really well. They can see it better. I use the purple for labeling lab specimens and stuff. I have a pen, one in my pocket, an extra one in the bag. And then in my bag is my fine point one, so I can actually write fine point with a Sharpie. So you should have a Sharpie. A lot of pens rub off on lab label slips, so I like to have a fine point Sharpie so I can date and time my lab slips. That's that. So I've got my masks, my water, my stethoscope, Sharpies, dental floss and toothpaste, a little thing of mouthwash. I have a few things in a very tiny little makeup bag. I don't touch up, but there's been times where I've had to wash my face at work. So I have a few little things that are like sample size that I take in my bag, so that if there was anything like that I had to fix on my face, I could at least, fix it a little bit. I don't usually touch up at work though on my face. I do take my lip care. I have a little lip kit. I do like a touch up on a lip, so I do that. And sometimes it's just gloss, I don't have to get too crazy with it. Nothing crazy. So I'm doing my eyebrows right now with my Gimme Brow standard eyebrow, and I think we're about done. I'll do a lip, and then I'm gonna do my hair and get myself together. I did cook a little bit right before I came on here. My son was here, and have you ever had your kids make things that just sound delicious, and you're like, oh my God, I need to do that. So he was here. He made an egg sandwich this morning that looked really good with stuff I had bought in the kitchen, with some, it's like a fried egg over easy with a little turkey that was a boar's head honey turkey that I had that he put in the pan after the eggs, and then toasted some sourdough and pepper jack cheese and a little bitchin' sauce. And I'm telling you, oh my gosh. So I made one of those. I put the sandwich in my bag. I'm looking forward to that. My mouth is watering even thinking about it right now. Looking forward to that later. And my house smells like a breakfast house right now here in Ayers. So that I'm taking with me. I have my grapes in a bag. Cut up some apple slices. I've got my LaCroix or whatever it is, I think, in my bag. And I take a protein drink. I think I told you I'm on a weight loss journey. I was having an issue with not getting enough protein for a while there, so I have a Fairlife. Charlotte. I have a Fairlife chocolate, lactose free, that I take with me just in case I can't get to my food or something happens and I get really busy. I have something that I can, in a pinch, just get down, and it's going to give me something to sustain me if something were to happen and I can't get a break or something. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you all are having a wonderful night. I know I didn't encompass much, but it's night 1 of 3, and I'm getting ready to get out of here. So I hope you all are having a wonderful day. We'll go over my bag another time. I will actually show you everything. And yeah, and a charger. Don't forget your charger. Don't forget it, because you know what? If your phone dies, you're out of luck. And your earbuds. Anyway, have a wonderful night, and I will see you on the flip side.